In the last lesson, we talked about how to add links to your social properties. So the unfortunate part about links is that they're not actually, when someone clicks on it, they're not immediately going to be able to follow your social property. Although it will bring them out to your social profile, it's going to be up to them to click through and to continue out to follow you. So let's say for Twitter, we can now click this follow link in order to follow that particular property. But we want to include these follow links right on our website to make it easier for users to actually click and immediately be able to follow your property as well as be able to view it within a new window. And by doing this, as well as linking out to them, you have the ability to create visibility to your social media accounts and extend your reach for your social media properties. So you should always have your social media properties linked within your About section of your website. So if you want to actually move these down and just simply place them within About, that would be a great place if you didn't want them present throughout your entire website. So in order to add a Twitter follow button, all you have to do is go to About, twitter.com, resources, buttons, follow. And as you can see here from the example, we've got the option to simply copy and paste out the code that's available. And this will allow users to follow your particular Twitter account simply by clicking it. And it's just a one-click thing. They don't have to leave your website in order to follow you on Twitter. So you do have some options for the button. So you can type in a different name here. If you don't leave anything, it's just going to do @Twitter by default. So usually it is a good idea to use your name. And you can also hide it if you don't want to show it. Just simply have that follow button. You can make it large, so you can have the large follow button. And then you've got some options here for languages as well. And then once you've created this button, all you have to do is copy this code out. And as you can see here, it shows you the link to where it's going to link out to, and then it's got some script tagging in there. There are also additional options to the follow button, and if you go to dev.twitter.com web follow button, you can go through all of these different options. And then here it's got some options for setting up the Twitter widget on your website. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to copy out this code and I'll bring it over to my website. And I'm just going to create another class here in the header. And this is going to contain my follow buttons, so I can copy out and paste that code. And you see that when you do actually paste it in here, you do actually get that script information. So you can take that same script tag, bring it down maybe to the bottom. And I'm just going to apply source formatting to it so it styles it a little bit better. And now we can go back out to our website. And we can see that now it's added in this follow button just below the header here. And again, depending on where you want to place the code, you can move it around. So if you go over to here, you can see a better breakdown of this code. So as you can see, when we originally tried to post it, we just got all of that code along with the JavaScript in it. So when you do break that up, you can see that essentially you've got the same link, so it's just a hyperlink out, and then it's got some attributes within that hyperlink. So it's got some show count false, so you can actually take that, you could rework that, so you could do true, so that will show your count. You've got a data size attribute here, and then you've got that data show screen false. So again, you can customize this to show up however you want it to. So going back out, now we're going to see that we should have that count with the followers as well. So again, you can customize it. You want it to show up or you don't want it to show up. Depending on how you want to customize it, you could enter in false or true there. And then the JavaScript, again, separated out. It's essentially this code here. So it's just been minified, so it just looks like it's all one compressed set of files. But you can see when you do copy out that code, it's going to be essentially the same thing. So here it's just starting out with the function and it's running this function. So we've got the function, we've got the different values that are sent along within the function. So essentially the same thing that we're doing here. Get elements by tag name. And then here it's just pulling up those attributes that we've already listed here. And then creating an element, linking to a source for the widgets. So again, same thing down here. And then inserting. And it's going to be the same code that we had up there. So we're just going to keep that minified version. And as we can see, when we save it, we go back out to the sharing, we can immediately open up and follow right to that particular Twitter account that was linked there. And it does this kind of pop-up window, and you could easily just do follow, and that allows you to follow the Twitter dev. And then here it's got some information, some tweets from Twitter dev. And then you could also link out and view their page. Within the next lessons and upcoming lessons, we're going to talk more about Twitter and the options for Twitter buttons. And they're going to bring it all together in the end, showing you the best way to implement these buttons with the most minimal amount of code.